Well, some training today at the ATF office in Birmingham, but this training wasn't for law enforcement officers. It was actually for the media.
Yeah, WVTM 13's Lisa Crane took part in it. Here she is.
Put the gun down.
Trying my hand in a use of force simulation tested everything we learned today in this training at the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. It's designed to show what goes into decisions officers make about when to use force and how much force to use.
What we're trying to do is bridge the gap between the public's understanding of police use of force and what really happens with police officers.
The retired and current federal ATF officers who teach the course say often citizens come to quick conclusions about whether an officer's use of force was justified. The training focuses on the law and federal use of force guidelines. Then the real-life scenarios drive home the fact that officers often make these decisions in a split second.
She's focused on him reaching into the car. Is that a concern that he's reaching into the car? 100%.
Balthazar says the vast majority of officers don't want a situation to escalate to the point of force. He says the best way to avoid that is for those who encounter police to remember the golden rule and treat the officers with the same level of respect they'd like to receive.
When it comes to police use of force, the biggest predictor of whether an officer uses force, and if so, how much force they use, is the behavior of the person that they're dealing with.
In Birmingham, Lisa Crane, WVTM 13.
This week is International Fraud Awareness Week, and the IRS Atlanta field office wants you to not become a victim. As part of this week, the Criminal Investigations Division wants you to be aware of how to find a reputable tax preparer. The concern is return preparer fraud. Investigators say this normally involves false income tax returns, and they say that claims are inflated personal or business expenses, false deductions, unallowable credits, or excessive exemptions on returns prepared for their clients. One way to avoid becoming a victim is to find a year-round tax preparer. Just a reminder, tax season begins in January.
A local health system CEO is getting some national recognition. According to the Alabama Department of Public Health, Bibb County Healthcare Authority President and CEO Joseph Marchant has been named Alabama's 2024 Community Star by the National Organization of State Offices of Rural Health. Now, the Community Star Award program was started to highlight people who've made a difference in rural communities.
The holidays are just around the corner, and that means decorations are going up all across central Alabama. This year, WVTM 13 wants to see your festive family traditions. Share a photo with us of your decorated home for our celebration of holiday lights. You can go to our website and click this icon on our homepage, or you can scan the QR code on your screen. Upload your photo to be featured in our online photo gallery. We will be going live from one of the locations submitted each Friday through January 3rd. Controversial picks. President-elect Donald Trump's defense secretary trying to gain support. We have the latest in the transition of power in D.C.
All right, folks, here's the debate. Stuffing versus dressing. We're talking about one of the biggest holiday dinner debates out there to talk about.
And good afternoon, I'm Guy Rawlings. Coming up next on WVTM 13 News at 5, Stop the Scroll. The warning label an Alabama senator wants on your social media feeds, and a growing acceptance of fast food for first dates. But Alabama's top pick might surprise you.
Hey everybody, Emma Owen here at the late breaking news desk. This just came in. We're learning there has been a homicide in Birmingham. Police are there at the scene now, and they tell us it happened in the area of the Park at Wood Station. This is on 1st Avenue South. Now, it didn't necessarily happen there, but we are being told it's in that general vicinity. Now, information is still very limited at this time, but we are sending crews. They're on their way now, and they are expected to give us an update. We know the public information officer will be there, so we are expecting to hear from them. As far as information, of course, you just want to avoid this area as their investigation goes on. But of course, as we hear more, we'll let you know here on air and inside the free WVTM 13 app. Back to you.
Well, the highly controversial pick to lead the incoming Trump administration's Department of Justice is out. Former Congressman Matt Gaetz withdrawing from consideration today amid a cloud of controversy surrounding allegations of sexual misconduct and drug use that he denies.
That is Vice President-elect J.D. Vance returned to Capitol Hill, this time lobbying for Pete Hegseth, President-elect Trump's choice for Defense Secretary. Overnight, details became public about an alleged sexual assault from 2017 that he fiercely denies. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest from Capitol Hill.
In a surprise move today, President-elect Trump's controversial pick for Attorney General Matt Gaetz withdrawing his name. The former congressman writing that his confirmation was, quote, unfairly becoming a distraction to the critical work of the Trump-Vance transition. Gaetz faced stiff opposition amid allegations of sexual misconduct and drug use that he's long denied. He was on Capitol Hill yesterday with Vice President-elect J.D. Vance, trying to drum up support from the senators tasked with confirming nominees.
I think the message from this current nomination being pulled is that we are taking our job seriously and we will continue to do so.
That as Pete Hegseth, the president-elect's choice for defense secretary, is today making a similar appeal for Senate support under his own cloud of scrutiny.
We have to give him an opportunity, frankly, to explain himself.
NBC News obtained a 2017 police report detailing a woman's allegation that Hegseth sexually assaulted her in a California hotel room. Hegseth's lawyer has said the encounter was consensual and that he maintains his innocence, while confirming Hegseth paid the woman as part of a confidential civil settlement. The former Fox News host and combat veteran was never criminally charged.
The matter was fully investigated, and I was completely cleared, and that's where I'm going to leave it.
The Trump pick for Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, also facing pushback from Nikki Haley, who was UN ambassador in the first Trump administration.
This is not a place for a Russian, Iranian, Syrian, Chinese sympathizer. Are we comfortable with someone like that at the top of our national intelligence agencies?
Serious questions even before the confirmation process begins for the next Trump term. Back to Matt Gaetz. Two Trump transition sources with direct knowledge tell NBC News Gaetz made the call to withdraw. NBC News has separately confirmed that at least 5 Senate Republicans had made their opposition to Gaetz clear, enough to sink him. The sources say the president-elect is expected to meet very soon with a new round of attorney general contenders. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Flying for the holidays. What should you do if you're traveling with gifts? What about food? Did you know you can bring Thanksgiving dinner? Yeah, Rossum reports, sharing tips to get you through security like a pro.
Also, differing views. Are you spending the holidays with someone who doesn't share your same opinions? How not to let the politics ruin your Thanksgiving this holiday season. Welcome back. It's time for new Rawson Reports. Now, millions of people going to be flying this holiday this year. So if that's you, you definitely want to get there a little early and be prepared to get through those checkpoints.
Yeah, that's why Chief National Consumer Correspondent Jeff Rawson is joining us with some tips to get you through security smoothly.
Hi, yeah, as you start packing up for your holiday trips, here are some helpful reminders to get you through airport security. Starting with Thanksgiving. Did you know you can actually travel with food? Yeah. The TSA says it's fine as long as everything is solid. So things like pie, stuffing, even mac and cheese. You can bring this on your flight with your carry-on baggage. Keep in mind, you still only get a carry-on bag and a personal item, so make sure you've packed accordingly. Next, later in December when you're traveling with gifts, try to pack those in your carry-on so you can keep up with them, but don't wrap your gifts ahead of time. Here's why. If the TSA has to inspect them for any reason, it's pulled off the belt, they're going to have to unwrap them and get in there, so wait to do that till you get to your destination. If you have to put your gifts in a checked bag, pop an air tag on there for peace of mind. You can watch it travel with you. More travel tips in my Rawson Reports newsletter. Just scan the QR code on your screen to sign up and bring me some mac and cheese. You can pack it. Back to you.
Well, the Christmas decorations in Britain's Windsor Castle have been put on display, and this year's selection of trees are living and will be watered while they're inside the castle. When the celebrations are over, those trees will be sent back to the home park and replanted. The decorations are recycled, and this year's themed colors are red and gold. And the top of the tree, you see a star sitting on top of it there. A special tree was added this year to Queen Mary's dollhouse.
Well, jobless claims have fallen to the lowest level since April. According to the Labor Department data released today, the number of people applying for first-time unemployment benefits dropped to 213,000 claims. Now, economists had predicted 220,000 filings. Despite the decline in initial claims, people continue to receive unemployment benefits, hit a 3-year high. That number climbed by 36,000 and now stands at 1.9 million. Economists attribute the slowdown in job growth to employers reining in hiring versus conducting mass layoffs.
More than 167,000 pounds of ground beef have been recalled due to possible E. coli contamination. The beef was shipped to restaurants across the country from Wolverine Packing Company. Since the beginning of November, 15 people who had eaten ground beef reported feeling ill in Minnesota. A sample tested yesterday was positive for E. coli. Impacted items could have been fresh or frozen. Symptoms of